dancing shoes on because today's episode is on wedding dance. Welcome to the Wedding Common, and I hope you're ready to move. Doing your first dance can be the most fun or the most terrifying part of your wedding. Whether you have two left feet or are a natural dancer, achieving your wedding dance goals is not impossible. One lesson can make the difference from feeling clumsy to having confidence dancing in front of others. Here to walk us through your dancing options is Nathan Hescock, owner of New York Wedding and Partner Dance here in New York. So couples these days are doing so many things, right? They're doing things from what I would call an 8th grade sway to like fully choreographed, right?
Like
flash mobs.
Bonanza with like actual fireworks.
With fireworks.
Yes, with fireworks.
You have had couples with fireworks.
Yes, they've coordinated their dance for certain parts of the dance to have fireworks go off. And
you can't have the fireworks here, obviously you can't.
Well, we tried and we got in trouble. The firework trucks came and...
Did they?
Yeah, so
whoa, maybe sparklers or something?
We had something simulated.
Okay. So you have simulated fireworks in a dance studio.
Yes.
Hey, they're full service here. But I'm sure you've seen all options. People can come here and just do something really simple, right?
It seems to, yes, they can do something simple, but it really runs the gamut. Now people, it's like one-upsmanship. Now it's like it's a point where that people can really shine and, connect to each other and make it a highlight of the wedding. So, people are, they want to rock out.
They want to, so this is the place to be.
Yeah.
So why did you create New York Wedding Dance?
Well, because when I worked at a dance studio, many years
You've
ago.
been dancing a long time,
yes,
right?
a long time. I know I don't look like a dancer, but yes, I've been
yes,
dancing a very long time.
What do dancers look like?
Well,
what are they supposed to look like?
I was told I look more like a longshoreman, but that can dance.
So you're dancing longshoreman.
But that's why I think it makes me uniquely qualified to get in the wedding dance business because these are normal people. These aren't dancers, and so
very true.
They want to look. I want them to look natural. So I used to work at a dance studio, and basically the worst dance teacher, which I was for a couple of years when I first started, the dance studio would give the wedding couples to the worst dance teacher. And then they would teach them like a syllabus. So this couple would end up just counting and looking stiff. And, and the end result, they would just look like bad beginner ballroom dance students. And it still kind of permeates. So I just saw a need to like, hey, people, when they go out there, they don't want to count and look stiff and do these.
And normal people, not like professional dancers.
Well, they have no dance backgrounds because they're normal. But also what they want these days isn't just ballroom. So we're qualified as ballroom dancers because we know how to partner well.
Yep.
But people they'll throw some hip hop in there. They'll do
Bollywood.
Exactly. Yeah. Bollywood. So they want a little bit of everything. So we have a staff here that can really bring it all together and give them exactly what we want. So that's why we specialize in it.
Great. So that's one of my next questions. You think a lot of people go into a wedding dance studio and think, I'm either doing a box step or a foxtrot or, what are the options of steps that people can do? But you're saying there's so much more now.
Yeah, I mean, you pull and borrow from these dances, whether it's like tango or foxtrot, because some people come in here with traditional music, so it has to conform a little bit. But then again, it depends on this dance floor. It depends on the wedding dress. So there's all these factors that
you may not have thought about.
Right, you don't think about. Again, the end result is that day you wake up, you're getting married. You don't want to think about your wedding dance.
Yep.
So it has to be something that's sort of natural. It has to be sort of intuitive for them at that point. So when they go out there, they're just having fun with it.
And so they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to think about it.
They don't have to think about it.
Is any song danceable?
Main thing is that they have a connection to that song. So if they if they have a connection to that song, then they can dance to it.
Yeah.
Really. So then anything goes at that point.
Got it. So there's like not danceable song, really. You can work with anything.
Work with anything. Pick the weirdest song you want. If you really like it, it's going to be your wedding song. They
will find a way.
Yes.
There will be a dance for it. So if a wedding couple is coming to you and they're brand new to this, obviously they've never been married before.
Right. This is their first wedding dance.
Wedding dance, or maybe the second.
Maybe it's the third.
Yeah. Who knows? Anything goes nowadays. And they're coming to you. What's kind of the process? So they would reach out to the studio.
Right. So they would.
Do they have to have a song already picked?
I mean, they don't have to, but the more they've thought about it a little bit, the more helpful it is to get the process started, because they might not know how many lessons that they want to take. You know, some of it's budget, some of it's time. You know, couples are both working, people are busy, they have crazy schedules. So
New York, people are very busy.
Yeah, but it really all depends. But I have to say, people will find that this is probably one of the most fun things that they can do before their wedding, because they get together, it's almost like a date. So it's a quick, slow rhythm, like quick, slow, right, back, right, forward, left. Now on the back right, left arm goes up and over, quick, slow, back, right, and then pull her around. Great, perfect, that was good. Yeah, that was good-ish. Nice. But most of the times, it really becomes like a great bonding experience.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I'm sure with partner dancing, there's so much, and you can elaborate on this, compromise and communication that needs to happen, because you're dealing with the lead and the follow.
It's total teamwork. So,
okay.
For the most part, you know, when they really have to work together, it's really awesome. Yeah, so all you have to do, John, is really, again, it's you know, on any lift, it's about lowering your center a little bit. So, because you have to pick her up. So you just want to make sure your back is straight, and so you go down like this. And that's really all you need to start that lift. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. And Stina, just make sure you're pressing the heels of your hands right on his hip bones. There you go. Looks nice and intimate. There you go. 1, 2, one more. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo! Unless you want to do that the whole song, that'd be great.
I was trying not to.
Practice. So let's talk about that, because that's one of my main questions. What are the expectations that they should have coming into this? Because I'm assuming a lot of couples come here and they're like, I want to do the Dirty Dancing dance in 2 lessons.
Right. Yeah, right.
You know, like.
Well, we can give you a really like dumbed down version of it if that's all you have. But again, in order for it to be fun, you do have to practice. You know, and it's just And so what I always like to tell people is that don't think of it as like, okay, from 7:30 to 10 o'clock on Tuesday night is our dance rehearsal. Yeah. You know, it's more just going over it once or twice, a little bit.
Keeping it fresh.
Yeah, but for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, don't.
It shouldn't be work.
Don't take off of work.
Yeah.
Call in sick because you have to practice. But if you can, the more you do it, just a little bit every day. It's
just muscle memory,
right?
right?
Exactly. You need it to sink in your muscle memory, so it becomes more fun and intuitive.
And that probably applies for if you're just doing something really simple, like moving around the floor, to like a fully choreographed dance, right?
Right. Well, you know, again, you have to think you're here doing it. So another thing that we like to do really well is put them on that dance floor while they're here, so they know the orientation. You know, if you're a dancer and you practice it against this wall and you're doing this and all of a sudden you go out and you're like, well, you know, you don't know what's to your right and to your left. Yeah. So, you know, we do a really good job of saying, okay, this, you know, people, we know that people are 3/4 around, you're coming out from over there. Yeah. You know, you have to project you're out over there. And so we do that here so they don't have to think about it. The size of the dress too, like that's another thing. We have practice dresses here. So,
you do?
Oh yeah. So,
amazing.
So, I mean.
That's super important.
It's super important. Like, and a lot of times the dress, you can't see their feet. You know, and there's all this, the dynamic of turning and then having a dress.
In a hoop skirt.
Follow you. It's you know, it's essentially, you have to practice that a little bit. So again, you're comfortable. So you want to be in a more, right, you're kind of bringing her in. You're in a little bit more of an open position.
And then
like that. But it's all, she's wearing it. Okay, so we got to practice that a little.
And you have people bring their shoes, I'm assuming.
Yes.
If they're wearing heels.
That's the other thing. Yeah,
maybe
absolutely. Bring your shoes. Yeah. Practice in your shoes is when you're here. People need an entrance. They need to know how to walk out onto the floor when the music starts, and then you need an ending. So you need some kind of a dip or something to end the song. So for the ending, right, you're gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to bring her in, and you want to make sure that you're grabbing here from behind her knee right here, and you got to make sure you kind of scoop up because you got to get all of this stuff in your arms. Going quick, slow, quick, slow, right? Good, underarm turn. Now you're gonna step forward, pass the hand behind your back, and then pull her around, and that's where you're gonna grab her, and you know the next part, right? So that's where you're going to do that. Right. And that's, I mean, how does that feel? Does it feel too bulky right there? Is that okay with all this tissue paper?
It's fine.
Yeah? You know.
And how long should an actual wedding song dance be?
Please, like 2.5 if you can.
Okay.
You know, that's.
And just have like the
Plenty.
DJ or your band.
Like that's a lot of, like you'd be surprised, that's a lot of choreography, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, you want to do Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes. So
Prepare
it's like
to
stereo
pay up.
and have fun.
Yeah.
So talk to me about same-sex couples. How do you guys work with that?
The unique thing about same-sex couples is that you have the opportunity to switch leaders and followers. So from a choreographer's point of view, it's fun. It's interesting to do that. So
Yeah.
you know, we welcome everybody. It's a great opportunity.
So great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
This has been so informative. So please definitely check out Nathan and New York Wedding and Partner Dance here in Herald Square.
Thank you.